Are you looking for peace of mind at your doorstep? Look no further. With the Blink Video Doorbell, your home's entrance is always within your control. Check out the link in the video description to learn more and get your Blink Video Doorbell on Amazon. Your home is in your hands.
To view this video, please enable JavaScript and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video. Fans have been singing Teenage Dirtbag for 24 years. But not everyone knows the dark inspiration behind Wheatus pop rock classic. Frontman Brendan B. Brown, whose band is preparing to support pop-punk legends Bowling for Soup on a nostalgic tour of the UK in February 2025, kept the true story hidden for years after the song stormed the charts in 2000. "I didn't want to talk about the murder in my hometown," Brendan exclusively told usnews.co UK as he reflected on keeping the meaning hidden when the song was first released in 2000. So, what is the real inspiration behind the classic pop rock anthem? Here is what you need to know. Back in the summer of 1984, teen Ricky Casso killed his 17-year-old friend Gary Lowers in the Azcaquia Woods in Northport, New York. The murder happened against the backdrop of the so-called Satanic Panic, and the fact Casso was wearing an AC/DC t-shirt at the time sparked backlash for fans of heavy metal. This inspired Brendan to write what became Teenage Dirtbag, and the song acted as a kind of call to arms against the way kids were being portrayed in the media. Brendan added, "I didn't want to talk about the Satan worshippers, heroin, angel dust and all that. I felt like it was going to darken the mood." As the singer, now 50, grew older, he noticed younger fans embracing the song and taking comfort in it, which convinced him to open up about its beginnings. "People are coming back around to the song, and they're finding new things, and themselves, in it," he pondered. "By the time we got on tour with Busted in 2016, I was like, I better start being honest about this ***T because the songs somehow stuck around. For me, it's not entirely lighthearted. If I was able to take you back to the summer of 1984, my hometown, you definitely would not like it." From that place has come an enduring quality to the song, with teens inspired by its defiance in the face of a misunderstanding from grown-ups. "It's the eternal struggle of youth to find yourself and have an identity moment," he pondered. 1984, in the summertime, that moment was my take case full of AC/DC. A lot of parents and teachers not being cool with that was my identity moment where I was like, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to give up AC/DC. Art as a catharsis for darkness isn't new, although Brendan's soon-to-be touring mate Jarrett from Bowling for Soup, who has been open about his mental health struggles, pointed out that it's not always intentional. Reflecting on his song Hello Anxiety, he said, "It's something we all need to be talking about, but it comes from a dark time in my life. I wanted to write a happy song about that. But, most of the time, that's just sort of where my mind goes. I don't really set out to write things that have that undertone." Brendan agreed, while it can be a double-edged sword where writing can be all-consuming. He added, "I don't think that suffering necessarily leads to good art. That's an incomplete assumption. Suffering and the ability to try and conjure out of nothing and escape from it can lead to good art, like victory songs, or whatever. But it's plutonium that you're dealing with, you could get stuck. Depression and anxiety are real things that people in life do not overcome. Thankfully, Teenage Dirtbag exists far beyond its dark beginnings, and it's a song that still delights fans around the world. My dad, a long time ago, said to me, you guys are sort of a one-hit wonder. But it's more like nobody's gotten over your first song yet," Brendan chuckled. "I have always felt like we've not gotten over it either. It's never gotten old. It represents us in a really meaningful way." One disappointment is Wheatus' early master recordings of the song, and their self-titled debut album either being lost or maybe destroyed, including the meandering path they took to create the LP. Like BFS have done themselves, Brendan re-recorded the album to regain control of the masters. Both bands gave a shout-out to Taylor Swift for normalizing the idea. "There was a profound sense of loss before we started," he admitted. "Now, the only multi-track master of Teenage Dirtbag that exists is our 2020 version. Looking to the future, could BFS and Wheatus record some tea?"